No, you guys agree on some shit sometimes.
So, the last one was by Amazon MGM Studios, right?
Yeah.
So is The Working Man.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, they're both the same production companies across both.
Yeah, I think all three of them. No. So no. So the difference here. All right, everybody.
Stallone.
Welcome back to the Sooner or Later Review. I'm your host Joey. This week we're talking A Working Man. Go watch last week's review where we talked about The Beekeeper. So that you could see how strongly all three of us felt about that film. Now, A Working Man, also by David Ayer, also starring Jason Statham. Difference here, screenplay by Sylvester Stallone. And I think that did it for me.
It was a joint venture.
Yeah, by David Ayer as well.
Yep.
But this one is also based on a book.
That's the thing too. Yeah, it's like adapted.
Which is...
This one's more fleshed out, I guess. They could pull from.
This one kind of feels like a fucking real story. Like, all the beats kind of play into each other, and there's littler steps in this movie, okay? So go watch last week's review to understand what I didn't like about it, the Beekeeper.
Just go watch I don't know if we're going to release it. Are you going to release it,
What?
1 week after 1 week after another?
Yeah, why wouldn't we? I'm gonna release both on the same day?
No, we're just banking it, but never mind.
No, Eric, no. We're gonna no.
Eventually stuff is gonna get banked, yes.
Yeah. So
we should probably watch some home movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
James is thinking over here, okay? So this movie, the steps that were being taken, minus some things, because some things don't really make sense, and they probably don't make sense in the book either. But each step that he takes kind of leads to the next piece, and it's all leading up to something, which is the end of the movie, right? Whereas in The Beekeeper, it's massive fucking leaps, and it's this woman gets scammed. 30 minutes later, she blows her fucking brains out. A day later, he's setting a fucking a call center on fire, and it's like, holy shit, how did we get here so fast? And in this one, he's go ahead.
I was off rip. I did like the intro sequence, the title sequence, because it did kind of explain his military background.
It kind of felt
like
go ahead.
You saw a man getting carted away, and you're like, oh wait, he saved somebody. So I was liking it. And
it felt AI though, didn't it?
I didn't get that vibe. No,
really? It felt very AI to me. I don't know that it was. Just saying that's the vibe that it gave off was AI to me when I was watching it. Go ahead.
But then I thought it was just random scenes. Just one scene would go, and then another scene would go. I did not think it flowed at all.
Which
personally.
parts? Which parts?
Just the whole movie. Really.
Dude, what do you mean? How?
I think the movie's long.
The movie is long.
It
does not need to be 2 hours. We could have cut 15, 20 minutes out of it somewhere. I'm not saying this movie's perfect, but each thing kind of leads to it, right? And
but they kind of go back and forth with certain people, because the two sons and the cousins and the fathers and
now some of the
and
scenes
then the two
here,
different white women. I was like, I couldn't differentiate between the one that was with the biker gang and then the other lady.
They're the same people, them. Eric.
Yeah, it's the same person.
There's a reason you couldn't differentiate. It's because they're the same motherfucker.
I feel like she didn't have that tattoo down the middle when she was with the.
She's wearing a fucking mask half the movie. How are you gonna see a tattoo?
And she has her hat on half the time and covers the head tattoo.
Dude, I feel like they should have they didn't make it as clear to me.
It was kind of dark in a lot of scenes too.
Yeah.
Sure, it was dark. I think you're the only one that had problems understanding that piece.
Because I was like, oh wait, she has the golden gun, so it's the same person. But I was like, oh, they're the same person. But then the next scene, I would be like, wait, are they?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know. It just kept on.
I don't know how you fuck that one up.
I can't help you with that one.
Yeah.
I think James the whole movie was just too jumbled up for me. It just felt so random.
That's interesting. Beekeeper felt way more random than this movie.
And I was in a theater, dude. I was I was good. I was focused, locked in. And I just couldn't get into this for some reason.
That's crazy. I was all about it, dude. He had a purpose. He was the fact that he was trying to help someone find their daughter, I felt like gave a better purpose than I gotta go just kill everybody just for the sake of killing them,
But the thing is, this was the same crap to me where it's it's the first one is he's doing this because he this lady's like a mother to him.
Right,
Okay,
yeah,
we
yeah.
just gotta accept that. And this is like we're supposed to just accept the fact that they're like a family to me. So I'm going
You're
to
right.
do this.
They didn't have enough of him enjoying their presence, but at least there
Yeah.
was the moments like with people trying to feed him and shit, and him giving the
Sure,
pep talk
yeah.
to everybody who worked
Mhm.
there, him beating the shit out of those filthy fucking Hispanic dudes who came to fuck the work site up. You know, all
Yeah.
those steps that he took.
Yeah,
to
so
prove,
the
you
difference
know?
is
That's specifically
30 seconds
Sylvester Stallone.
No,
to
yeah.
a minute.
So I'm glad you
that's
brought that
Stallone
up.
though for sure.
Oh yeah. He was like,
Yeah.
Stallone sitting there, and he's like, "No, look,
He's
the
like-
book didn't have this, but let's put
Family.
some filthy fucking Mexicans in here and let's
Big
beat their
family,
asses."
30 people in one building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said, "No, look,
And
if we-
cartels. They're cartels, right?
so many
like,
cartels." But the book, very obviously, the Russians are the bad guys, which I love.
Yeah.
Nothing better than
Yeah.
the Ruskies being the bad guys, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows they're the bad guys. The biker gang stuff was kind of weird, but kind of erotic. I kind of liked
So
it.
the thing with it's like they're like, oh, we're gonna bring in these Mexican like gangbanger mobster guys to show that he can kick some ass.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, to stay the movie. We
Yeah.
know he's gonna kick
Yeah,
ass.
he can kick ass.
Yeah, but at least they give me a little kick ass to preempt. You know, they're priming it. They're priming it. Okay. The other
You're
movie
right, dude.
didn't prime me.
There was way more lube in this movie.
Way
to get
more
primed.
lube. So
But
much
then
lube.
there's like some scenes in the movie where he's just like, "Don't tell your dad," and then they like, "No, he does this shit," because they're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
here's 50K. We know you." So I'm like,
Look, the end of the movie is weird. The end of the movie where the two of them are walking out of the joint and they're like, "Don't say anything to anybody." It's like, brother, you just
Yeah.
killed half the Russian population in Chicago, and you're
Yeah.
gonna tell me not to tell nobody? Maybe
And she
I'll-
was
go
acting
ahead.
normal, like she wasn't being she didn't act traumatized. And I get because like she's supposed to be like a star student. She knows karate. Like who knows
her
what?
grandpa taught her to break fingers.
Which,
She's
and
a
then she never
beret.
broke a finger though. I hated that. Don't fucking Chekhov's broken finger me in the first act and not break a finger in the third act, okay?
And they don't kill
They got
girl.
cut.
I guess she's dead.
No,
Like,
they
that was
broke her neck. That neck is broke.
barely.
No, you heard
I
it
mean, the whole
crack.
building explodes. So like,
Oh yeah, and that part.
But they also try to set up another movie with this movie too,
No,
and like setting up
that's what
No,
I'm
they-
saying. David Ayer loves to world build and loves to fucking tease a potential sequel.
yeah.
This world building though was little less heavy-handed, just a little bit, because
Yeah.
it felt very contained.
It's just Russians.
Right? Yeah, it's like we get it. They're the
Yeah.
Russian mob. Got it. That's
Yeah.
all we need to know.
yeah.
There's no fucking secret organization where people are fucking licking bees or whatever they do over in the
Yeah.
Beekeeper. Okay, this
And
one
he's just a military vet. Like it's
Just-
plain
yeah.
and simple.
he's just a military vet. He loves his La Familia or whatever he's got now, and his little
Yeah.
white girl, and that's all he needs. And his blind buddy who married a
But
Native
he has
American woman.
dude, he has a whole nother family, dude. He has a
Yeah.
daughter. He has, he
Yeah.
has Hellboy and
He
his
did
her wife.
Well, you know why? Because he did the Mexican thing. He had a whole separate family like
Yeah.
down the block. I'm saying, so Stallone knows what he's cooking. He's cooking.
You guys are just making the movie even better for me. I'm enjoying the
I hate
movie
it.
even
I
more.
hate
But like my thing though, there's like a lot of like dumb shit in this movie.
Hey, but that's okay. That's okay. Because you're going to have dumb shit in these movies. These movies aren't.
Yeah.
I don't think either movie is taking itself too seriously.
I know.
I hope they're not. Because that's going to be
Yeah.
weird if they are. So, like, you know, the dumb shit. Some of the dumb shit you just got to let go. You got to be like,
Well,
yeah,
because
this is
he's
dumb.
serious in these movies. He's not throwing. There may
He's
be
a
some
straight man
offhanded
in all
comments, but not too much.
This movie, he feels way less straight man than the Beekeeper. I think he's having more fun in this movie than he did in the Beekeeper. You know what I mean? Because
Honest,
Beekeeper,
to me, it's 1-to-1.
I think Beekeeper, it feels like something switched in his head and he went back to the training from his Beekeeper days and he's like, I have to kill the queen
You're right.
or whatever, you know what I mean?
He
And in-
has less emotion
Yeah.
in the Beekeeper compared to this.
And in this one, he's like, me familiar. I gotta kill him for me familiar. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like...
I love this tinga. I love these homemade tortillas.
Tortillas.
Dude, I could not. I was like, they were shoving it down my fucking throat, dude.
I love it. This is Eric's least. This is the type of Mexican that Eric hates the fucking most in movies, dude. It's so fucking good.
But it's only because I'm an outlier, right? I'm an only child. I don't have my
You don't
3
have
tias
La
living with me.
Familia?
Yeah.
I don't have 3 tias and 2 grandmas living with me.
Dude, you must hate Fast and Furious.
He hates it. Every time they crack a Corona, he's so
But no,
mad.
I just think they wanted that relationship between him and their family to mean more, and it just didn't. Like, it did not click for me. I understand what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
I think I would rather them establish them. They could have like went to dinner after work or like after work or something, and then someone tried to like break in or some shit, and he like saves them or something.
Yep.
Versus doing the beat up the other coworker thing, which
Right. Because it doesn't directly affect Michael Pena at all. He doesn't even know. And
What they should have done is they were planning a quinceañera, and then bad people showed up to that, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta rescue her."
see, that would have been sicker. You're right. That would have made this movie a 10.
This was like almost like what's that movie where he's always looking for his daughters?
This is Taken, yeah.
This is Taken.
Yeah, this is Taken, but better. This doesn't take itself seriously. Taken takes itself very seriously.
Wait, yeah.
Maybe, okay, I mean, there's a lot of bad Takens. The first Taken, solid. The rest of those Takens,
I haven't seen the rest of those Takens.
They're all bad. The TV show is bad as well. Yeah.
they get worse because it's like this premise, you shouldn't keep doing this premise.
Yeah.
Like at least with this, if they made a sequel, it wouldn't be about them taking someone. It'd just be about that mob family trying to like kill him for killing everybody. And not even the family, it'd be old boy, and then him having to deal with the family being like, "Hey, we told you to stop."
But they're
like it would have a whole different.
But they're not going to make a follow up to this either. Even if this makes $162 million, they're not making a follow up, and they shouldn't.
I think this has more room for a sequel than Beekeeper.
It's got somewhere to go. It's got like growth to happen that they laid the
I
plot
agree with
for.
that.
Because The Beekeeper is just another action movie where they're killing somebody. This movie has you could have a whole different story.
And like you said, it's because the step that they took wasn't as big as The Beekeeper. This one is more real, and you have room to expand on this.
Real?
Yeah.
So you brought up a very good point in the Beekeeper review about how he pulled out an M14 and was doing close quarters indoor combat with a fucking long range rifle.
He wasn't even.
Had
He
the
wasn't.
scope on it and everything.
Dude, when he would put it up to his shoulder, he wasn't looking at the scope.
You never did. I don't think he had to. They were fucking 10 feet away, Eric.
Yeah.
He's not messing with that.
But then they also build a whole relationship with old boy because they both were in the military. Like, bro, you do not give a fuck about that dude.
No, he gave a fuck
I'm gonna
about
do
him.
this for my brother. I have a stab you in the throat. I'm sorry. This was not your problem, bro. He was coming to kill you.
Oh wait! I thought you were talking about Hellboy. You're talking about the biker gang leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they're like supposed to have like these. I don't know if they're supposed to be emotional moments. Those are stupid.
That
like
that
there's no
one
need for
was
those.
dumb because they had the weird moment where they connected on being ex-military together, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I got to kill you really quick." My bad.
I mean, he was horned up because Jason Statham beat up all his boys. He's like, "Oh, I kind of like this."
Dude was rock fucking hard in that joint.
And then he's like, "I'm gonna show you to the number one guy," which is dumb as shit. Like,
is it?
But like. Yeah, because dude, who's this nobody dude? Demi? Yeah, he's not meeting Demi like that.
No, but he didn't get that only just because he beat the dude's ass. He also got it because he was buying product. You know, I think he saw it and he was like, "Let's make this dude a fucking soldier." You know what I mean? He was like, "This dude can kill some fucking people. We want this guy in the organization."
Yeah, or he's your number one enemy, and that's what happened.
Not if he's your boy. Not if he's pushing rock for you.
Apparently they were boys. He still stabbed him in the throat.
No, they weren't boys. He just respected him. There's a difference. You could respect somebody, but not.
It was just
because he's a brother in arms, man. Yeah.
That was dumb as shit. All right, dude.
Look, the fight should have been cooler. The issue was that he took him down so fast. I needed that dude to be a straight fucking killer, and he was. Well,
and the thing too, because they're like, because what if someone brings a knife or he has a gun or whatever like that, and then they have the knife fight, but then he has a gun. I thought he was just gonna shoot him. Then there was like they tussle a little bit.
He needed to stab him 6 times.
Just do it. Just finish me. Just do it.
Oh, finish me off. Finish me off.
Oh, come on, glaze me, glaze me. Down my eye.
Yeah.
look, I'm not saying that everything in this movie is great, okay? Because neither one of the two movies that we just reviewed back to back are great. Neither one of them are great.
They're not 9s
just
or
had
10s or
more fun with this
deserve
movie.
awards.
There was just something about this movie that I was like, I'm having more fun in this one. I like that he was trying to rescue someone because it's some dude's daughter that he works for, and he has a daughter. He relates, you know? He gets
How do you feel about his daughters, the actor?
They gave lines to
I think they were trying too hard.
They were trying too hard. They gave lines to a 9-year-old that should have been coming out of the mouth of a 14 or 15-year-old. And so it felt really fucking weird. Every interaction with her was strange.
Yeah.
Also, too, it's just like the whole thing with, okay, she dies. The wife committed suicide or whatever.
His wife did commit suicide while he was
so
on a tour.
So then the grandfather hates him and all that. Like, even that little extra
and he's a weirdo.
Yeah.
He does Pilates, okay? He's not a weirdo. He does Pilates.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hey, Pilates mentioned in both movies.
Hey, I think we need a top 10 movies that mention Pilates.
I think Chris Rock he was cooking.
Yeah, he was, dude, because that grandfather was riding some dick in the daylight.
But then, like, nothing really comes of that.
You're right. It's weird. They didn't need it. I don't. That's like a holdover, I think, from the book that they probably could have gotten rid of. Like the reason that this movie was too long was they clearly tried to fit too much shit from the book in it, and they should have cut some stuff out and streamlined it. You know, just made it a quicker watch, a more enjoyable watch.
Because
probably.
The daughter relationship is supposed to make you get like, you don't have a daughter, because even when he kills a boy, like, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
But like the daughter relationship did not help this movie really. Like
no,
everything it didn't. It just was added extra shit.
It wanted
just
to be
try
Logan
and pull
Lucky.
Your heartstrings.
Yeah.
It wanted to be Logan.
Well, yeah. It wanted to be a better movie with Logan in the title, at least.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know. It's just more
You're
fun.
right, Joey. This movie is more silly just because of the whole, like, the shots that he would kill with the Enfield. They would like literally fly like 30 feet back.
Oh yeah,
like Tarantino shit.
Straight Tarantino shit.
The biker stuff is funny though. It just doesn't make any sense. But it is
just
funny.
him buying fucking $5,000 worth of meth and throwing it in a lake.
Blue meth.
That shit's wild, bro. What are you fucking doing here? Like, how does this make sense? How are you furthering your cause here? It's so weird.
And then when he tried to dump it in the toilet, he like missed the toilet completely, man.
It was all over the place.
All over the fucking place.
And he's like shoving it in the toilet or whatever.
And then probably fucking Mexican maids came up and cleaned that shit.
Yeah,
and Michael Pena paid for those drugs. You could have been like, hey, do you want these?
Yeah, he did pay for those drugs.
Because I'm assuming he took the money, right? How is he affording all this stuff?
Did he take the money?
I mean, where do you get the money for the drugs? He just gave the $10K for the daughter.
He was killing people and shit, man. He killed that drug dealer that one time.
He's a veteran, dude.
He robbed the one money and then he gave it back.
He gave back some of it. He said, I'm not a thief, but I think mid-throw, he was like, I probably could use this a little bit. I should keep some of this.
He took a couple bands more. Yeah. I feel like he had them stashed
for the deal, I guess.
Right? Yeah, he had the plan already going. He's like, I'm gonna need this. He's like, I'm not a thief. I'm giving you the money back indirectly.
You know what? I'm just gonna do the storytelling for the movie. I'm gonna say that's what happened.
That's what I'm saying is happening.
Trickle down economics, dude.
Dude, Reagan was right. Reagan was right.
Yeah, it works. It works in the right situation.
So you brought up the cousins or whatever. The whole time I was watching those cousins work, I was like, this feels like a Mad Max prequel, and that's Erectus, and that's some other dude who's like fucking bald and in the wasteland with a minigun in leather. I was
like, this is Dumb and Dumber. Like,
big time, big time. They're so random, and like they don't do anything but cause chaos. But I was like, I fuck with this heavy, dude. Give it to me.
And then the dude, their dad is just crying the whole time.
Straight
and just
crybaby
doing
bitch,
nothing about it. They make it seem like he's important and gonna do something. He doesn't do shit the whole movie.
But he was important. He's one of the 3 heads of the family or whatever. So he is
no one gives a
important.
fuck about him, all right? Because they said your family don't matter.
Yeah, he did say that. He said, "Hey, whoa, bro."
Dude, I was laughing. I was laughing so hard at that shit.
That meme, he does it.
Dude, it was so fucking funny. But that's
and then the movie ends. I'm like,
and then the movie ends. No, it doesn't end yet. He screams, and then we go back to the single family home with 6 families in it, and
You're
we
right.
eat
You're
some.
right.
We eat some Abuelita's best tortillas,
Yeah.
and we
And then
fucking bang.
Michael Pena didn't even look that grateful, dude.
No, he didn't, dude.
They didn't tell him thank you. They just
They-
hugged their daughter practically.
No, the one Tia hugs him, and that's it. And then
Yeah,
that's
Michael's
it.
like, "Oh fuck, I am supposed to thank this guy. Let me go give him a hug or whatever." But that one lady ran up to Jason Statham. We've never seen her before ever, and she's like, "I gotta hug Jason while he's here."
The only thing I liked about that scene is so when the daughter first with her mom they hug or whatever, and she like apologizes. I'm like, oh, that's real, because I really do believe people in that situation would be like, oh, I'm sorry, like I got myself into this, because she feels like because I was out, I got caught up, whatever. I was like, and it was like that split second. I was like, oh wow, that's a really like good
Yeah.
moment. But then there's just 16 people,
Yeah.
and they shot that scene on the same day because those people were still sitting in the same spots last time we seen them.
Yeah, it's just silly. I think this movie's just so
Yeah.
fucking silly. I don't ever want to see either one of these movies ever again. I will be happy
I'd
to
be-
never watch either one of them ever again.
I'd be interested to see what if the girl does like an action movie. I thought her little small action parts were
A
alright.
working woman.
Yeah, a working woman would
Oh,
be
yeah,
fire. I'm not against that. Hold on. Hey, Eric's talking
Sylvester's not
shit.
gonna write that.
I'm not talking shit
Sylvester's
about
not
that.
gonna write that, dude.
If the guy who wrote the
Michael
book
B. Jordan
writes
might.
it, he might. We'll see what Sinners does. If Sinners doesn't do numbers, he might have to.
Because I thought the girl was good, but she was just like underutilized,
Yeah.
and and they don't even give us the like. So, if she's gonna bite this dude's face and attack him or whatever, why don't
my
we get to
God.
see that?
Why? Why the fuck are you telling me that she bit his face? Why are you
Yeah.
not showing me her biting his face?
Yeah,
think
the
it was
movie's
a
already
money-
2 hours.
I think it's
Give
a
me
money.
it.
I think it's a money thing.
Yeah,
You know?
they didn't want to do the CGI, and
Yeah.
they didn't want to do the
And
prosthetics.
It probably would have looked bad. You know, the blood
Like
would have been
shit,
weird
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, which I'm okay with. Cause you know the beekeeper, they just said no blood anyways. He cut old boy's fingers off, no blood, nothing.
They even do like some off-screen killing where it's like
Yeah.
he kills them where you don't see anything because they're trying to like probably to save money. I mean, these movies are made for pretty cheap.
Are they though? $40 million? You can't show
The
me.
movies nowadays are usually 10 million or 120 million. You know, like
Yeah, but that's
There's
the
no in
Marvel
between.
slop is like 130 million.
yeah.
Not shit like this, where half the movie's in his dingy Chicago apartment and he's making calls to his DEA friend who's like, "Oh, you want to get fucked up with the Russians?" Like, come on.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't. It doesn't
That
need to be
room
40.
didn't need to be that shitty.
No, it really didn't. I mean, like
Dude,
that
That's
shit was
illegal.
wild. Yeah, it is
And I'm
illegal.
like, but they set it up to be like, because they're like, you know, you need to have a home. You can't leave out your car. And I was like, bro, they ain't giving your kid back if you live here.
No, yeah, you're better off in the Ford F-150 XLT, brother. Like, don't go to
Yeah.
it
that
was a
shitty ass
Ram,
apartment.
dude. Come on.
No,
Dude,
the
literally,
rental
he-
was a Ram, Eric.
Yeah.
His car was a Ford.
His initial.
His actual car that he owns is a Ford F-150. Then those evil Mexicans pull up in a Ram 1500
Oh,
and he
you're
goes,
right, dude.
"That's a killer's car. I better
You're
rent
right.
I better rent a Ram." and then he goes back to the Ford only at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Random shit.
And then he has a Dodge Charger in between.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah. And he steals a bike.
American.
Dude
Yeah.
can drive anything. I'm convinced this is
I mean,
a testing thing in the
90s
Matrix.
heroes. 90s heroes are allowed to drive anything. You're supposed to just drive everything and anything.
I'm here for it. This got a B cinema score. What did the beekeeper get?
Yeah, I don't think
She,
I'm looking
probably
up
A
right
plus, dude. And this is just what the cinema score is just based on trailer and then what you get out of the actual movie.
Right. Yeah.
pretty
Which
much.
I wouldn't. I would. It got a B plus. So the beekeeper was a little more true to the trailer than a working
Yeah,
man
that's
was.
fair.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I never seen a Working Man trailer.
Yeah,
I don't think I did either.
When you had said it, I didn't understand. Like when you you tagged me, I didn't. I honestly did not believe. I thought you were just saying something.
Yeah.
I didn't
Working
realize that
Man.
was the name of the movie. Like I was like, it's a joke. You're making a joke or something.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of let this movie die on the vine a little bit almost. If this
Yeah.
movie doesn't
Oh, yeah.
make its entire budget back, it's because they did shitty marketing.
Yeah, like I legitimately thought you were like, let's do a Working Man like Jason Statham movies, and I thought we were gonna watch Beekeeper as the movie, and like we're gonna watch another
Another
like
movie.
where he's like a working man. Because then I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. He got a few of those.
So we didn't hear about this movie, but all the 75-year-old people in my theater came in and they were talking to each other and they went, "I heard this movie's really good. I think this movie's gonna be great." Yeah, I legit heard that out loud. This old ass man walked in. He's like, "Have you guys heard about this movie? It's supposed to be real good." Like, good.
I believe that.
No, this movie isn't made for us. I think this is made for people who were our age in the 90s. You know what I mean? It's for them to feel nostalgic, not for us to feel nostalgic.
I need to see what my dad thinks of Beekeeper and The Working Man. See which one he likes more.
Audience loves both these movies, though.
They do.
That's crazy.
But it's because it's the same movie twice. Yeah,
It's
that's all it
the
is.
same shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Come on.
same production company, same everything.
I'm giving
Talked
the
about
same
it last
score.
week. All these movies are the same shit.
Yeah, all of them, back to back to back.
David Ayer's on a roll, dude.
But they did this movie because they made money on the other movie. That's why this movie happened.
Yeah, but shit, I don't care. Fuck it. If y'all can make money on it, people want to see it. Like, you're producing it for somebody.
Either both these movies, I have no problem with them making. I have no problem watching.
Mhm.
They're fine. I don't like. There's times you watch movies like, wow, that movie is like it just bad and it's a waste of people's time. These movies aren't a waste of time. Like they're solid action movies.
People that love slop action movies will eat these up.
I've seen worse movies this year than both of these movies. Like,
yeah,
The Wolfman was a way worse movie than both of these movies.
And movies that took themselves way more serious and were trying to be acclaimed movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This movie's not trying to win an Oscar.
No, this movie's doing this shit for the love of the game, baby. That's it.
They know when I get on streaming, I'm set for life. Like, that's all. This is like we'll make 100 mil, and then we'll go on streaming,
and that's it.
When this airs on the USA Network, dude. Oh
Dude,
man,
this shit's gonna bang on TNT during fucking Thanksgiving, bro.
dude.
This was the number one movie of the weekend.
Yeah, but what the fuck else came out, bro?
I mean, what came out?
The Woman in the
the
Yard.
only reason I knew is because it was like dethroned Snow White, but Snow White only made 45 the first week, so I'm sure it made 15 this second week.
So this movie released alongside The Woman in the Yard, The Penguin Lessons, and Death of a Unicorn.
The Woman in the Yard, I've seen the trailer for.
Yes, I've seen the
That
trailer
looks
for Death of a
crazy.
Unicorn as well.
Oh, I have as well. That's the Jenny Ortega one.
Yes, and the
Yeah.
Will
And Paul Rudd.
Poulter. Yep.
The A24 movie, right?
Yes,
Or no?
that is A24, I think, or Neon.
Oh, I actually would have watched any of those movies.
It's A24. I
I
mean,
remember because I got the free ticket. Yeah.
I think Woman in the Yard is probably gonna bang. Oh no,
Dude,
it's
anytime
not.
you have something
saw a
scary in
review.
broad daylight, though, it's crazy.
41% from 37 critics, C- on CinemaScore. That
Yeah,
movie
I saw
is
someone
probably
on
dog
Twitter
shit.
rate it a 0 out of 10. They're like, "I'm excited to go see A Woman in the Yard." And they're like,
No, that's Twitter shit. You know, come on.
But I'm going to that movie thinking it's a 5 or 6, though. I'm not thinking that movie is a 10.
No,
or
I'm
anything.
going in thinking that movie's a 7 or an 8.
Okay,
I'm
We're
the
gonna be
same
disappointed, probably.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot. You know,
Yeah.
the-
I mean,
the
I expect
trailer's
I
great.
expect a lot of horror movies
The trailer is great.
nowadays.
which is probably why it almost got a failing score on the CinemaScore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we picked the right movie. For new movies coming out this week, I think Working Man was the correct movie.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, for sure, dude. You love this movie.
I don't know. I think Death of a
This
Unicorn.
is his best work to you.
And well, nobody said that. I said Crank was his best work, so you can lick my fucking nuts, okay? Don't put fucking words in my mouth,
You said,
pal.
"Oh, Jason Statham in it. You're my mate."
No, I said
In it.
No, I said Jason Statham, La Familia. That's what I said, okay? And what I didn't say was, I keep bees. I'm a beekeeper. I did not say that. I do not keep bees. I'm not a beekeeper. Yeah, because
I mean, made 30 mil worldwide already.
that's bangs. That bangs.
Yeah.
This movie's not going to get a sequel.
15
It'll get a
here,
spiritual
15
sequel.
overseas.
That's not bad.
Bro, it's gonna get 30 days again on in theaters and then go
No,
back to Amazon.
No, you mean it's going to get 18 days again and then go
Yeah,
to
you're right.
theaters?
But no, I wouldn't doubt if they kept them in theaters while it was also you could buy the movie though.
They probably did do that, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so like it's still gonna be in theaters, especially because the thing is, they make those contracts before these movies are even out yet. They're like, oh, you can have it as soon as this day, because they're assuming their first and second weekend are going to be a majority of their money, so nothing else matters.
Yep.
But A Beekeeper just had some legs that no one expected.
Yeah, I don't know if this one's gonna have legs.
I don't think so either.
I don't think. I feel like people don't know about it. I know you're saying that people around you have heard about it, and maybe that is true, and maybe we'll be wrong. But I ain't heard a single person talk about this.
I mean, my
I
Dolby
Go ahead.
thing wasn't packed, but it also wasn't empty.
So I didn't get to see it in fucking what's it called, in large format. I only got to see it on the tiny screen. But my theater was packed. It was filled to the fucking brim with actual individuals in it. So like movie Twitter isn't talking about this movie. Real fucking people in the real world are talking about it, you know?
But you know what? I bet you this movie, I can see it on commercials, this trailer playing.
Probably.
Yeah,
But we don't really watch commercials.
On cable TV, they're probably running this shit.
Yeah.
Hard.
Because it's those type of people who are going to see it, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
It's that audience for sure.
I'm about to buy the book. Fuck it. I'm going to see what's up.
Get the fuck out of here.
The book might bang, dude.
You gotta use that Kindle.
It's got a 4.2 on Goodreads with almost 1,000 ratings, Eric. This book is probably, it's not bad. This book is probably not bad.
That's crazy.
It's free with Kindle Unlimited, dog.
What do you do when you find out that in the book Jason Statham actually is Hispanic and that's why they have a tie to the family? And then they whitewashed
shit.
And they whitewashed it? I would love this movie even more.
You're the madman.
You're the worst, dude.
I am the fucking worst. All right, boys, we're at 31 minutes. We've given this movie exactly 25 minutes too much time. Eric, hit me with your rating for A Working Man.
Bit negative starting off about The Working Man. This, the banter you've had. I think you're right. It doesn't take itself serious. It's silly. I think I'm going to give it a solid 6 out of 10.
James?
Jason Statham does it again. Another middle of the road action movie. I'll give it a solid 6 out of 10.
You know what, boys? We're going for the trifecta. I'm giving this movie a 6 out of 10. Just for the joke. No, I got to give it a 6.5. Look, I hated Beekeeper, but I have to admit that they're the same fucking movie. Just because I like this one a little bit
They're
more.
pretty close.
They're the same movie to me. You could switch out either one, and I'd be like, that's either a working beekeeper or a beekeeping man. Okay,
You can have the same experience, roughly.
yeah, you will.
Yeah.
You could flip a coin, and you're gonna come out of the movie feeling exactly the same, regardless of which
You
side
can
you get.
intercut these movies.
Yeah, if you go
It'd be the
scene for scene, bar for bar, and you're just switching between them, I'm here for that. So yeah, I'm giving it a 6 out of 5, or 6.5 out of 10.
I was like, damn, 110%.
110%. This movie's the shit. So that means Working Man gets the Sooner or Later Letterboxd score of 3.08 out of 5. And I'm still not going to give you the whole spiel because I want to play some video games. So leave your comments about a working beekeeper or a beekeeping man down below. Until the next time, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See you.